So the London Mayor Sadiq Khan has had a little victory, as his ULEZ expansion has been declared legal in court. And if you don't know what ULEZ means, it's Ultra Low Emission Zone. And that means you have to pay £12.50 a day to drive your older car in any London borough. Now, Sadiq Khan says this is a tax to keep London green and for clean air. But it's nothing about that, because if Sadiq Khan was serious about global warming, green issues, climate change, etc., then he wouldn't be in a £400,000 Range Rover in a 3-vehicle convoy everywhere he goes in London. And ULEZ isn't about clean air at all. It's nothing about green issues. Because Sadiq Khan is wasting taxpayers' money in London on woke projects, and woke projects cost a lot of money, which means he is constantly trying to patch up his finances, and so he comes up with more woke nonsense in order to make more money to fund more woke nonsense. He just wants your money, or our money, British taxpayers' money, to tell the world and British people how woke he is and how virtuous he is. And him saying it's a tax, well, it's not, it's theft. Basically, it's a nonsensical theft of people's hard-earned money, and this is hurting people in the pockets. And it'll have a devastating impact on businesses and hurt those who just can't pay. So if you live in London and you have an old car, then you have to pay £12.50 a day to drive it. Have you ever heard of anything so absurd? And all this being pushed by yet another woke lefty spaff sheikh who wants to tax us all and piss our money up against the wall just to show how green he is. And the only way this will stop is if he is voted out next year in the London mayor elections. And this is what I don't get about the lefties. They're always harping on about the Tories causing a cost of living crisis. People are struggling financially because of the Tories, and yet they come up with stuff like this. So they're adding on to it a cost of living crisis by putting on a tax on your car, the ULEZ tax. And it's the same with Hamza Useless up in Scotland. He wants to make it illegal for people with boilers in their houses to sell their homes. So people are going to have to fork out 10 grand for a heat pump, which is apparently more greener. This is it's just bizarre, isn't it? Really bizarre. They acknowledge a cost of living crisis, they acknowledge people are struggling, and yet they introduce more green nonsense which costs the earth. People can't afford green living. They can't do it. We really can't. I mean, they're trying to get us to buy electric cars where the batteries are 8 grand a pop. And now in Scotland, Hamza Useless wants people to buy a £10,000 heat pump. So where are they going to get that money? How are the poor working class struggling in the cost of living crisis going to be able to afford that money? It's just insane. Hamza Useless is off his head, as is Sadiq Khan. And I can't believe this guy has been voted in so many times as mayor, considering the damage he's doing, and specifically targeting drivers to raise money for his woke shite. I think the guy owes all his voters in Tower Hamlets a great deal. And there we go, that's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, have a great weekend, and Roger Trout.